So here, Keir Starmer is recognizing Palestine as an official state. My take on this one, this may be like a 5D chess move possible there. Because again, there's pretty much no government left in the Gaza Strip, right? There's pretty much nobody left there from the perspective of who has the power there. So it may be used by the Jews as a Trojan horse in a Islamic world, let's just say like that. Like, they're pretty good at manipulating, doing all that kind of stuff. So let's see what he has
in the face of the growing horror in the Middle East, we are acting to keep alive the possibility of peace and a two-state solution.
Because Hamas is technically banned. They're recognizing Palestine, but they're banning Hamas. Again, I feel like Palestine will be fully controlled by the Jews, and it will be used as a Trojan horse in the long run. But it's my take on this one, that this is some 5D chess move by Jews. Let's see.
That means a safe and secure Israel alongside a viable Palestinian state. At the moment, we have neither. Ordinary people, Israeli and Palestinian, deserve to live in peace.
Because two-state solution was on the table before the complete war pretty much started in the Gaza Strip, right? But they decided to recognize it after it was pretty much completely wiped from the face of the earth.
To try to rebuild their lives free from violence and suffering. That's what the British people desperately want to see.
By the way, US didn't recognize it, but I guess US is gonna be the last one. They just don't wanna take the hate pretty much from the media.
Almost 2 years after,
and when you do it at the last moment, it's pretty much gonna be the least damage.
The barbaric attacks of October the 7th.
That's usually what US do.
Hostages are still held by the terrorists of Hamas. Recent images show the hostages suffering and emaciated.
There's like 40 or less hostages left in some tunnels or whatever they're hiding. Where are they even hiding? Like the whole place is completely wiped from the face of the earth. It's crazy.
To release all the bodies of the dead. I have met British families of the hostages.
Okay.
I see the torture that they endure each and every day. Pain that strikes deep in people's hearts across Israel and here in the United Kingdom. The hostages must be released immediately, and we will keep fighting to bring them home. Let's be frank. Hamas is a brutal terror organization. Our call for a genuine...
he's banning Hamas but recognizing Palestine, which is technically would be controlled by the Jewish state, right? By Jews.
State solution.
And would be used in Islam world as a... Obviously, the Jews gonna use it as a Trojan horse.
Is the exact opposite of their hateful vision. So we are clear. This solution is not...
At least that's so far as I see it.
...a reward for Hamas, because it means Hamas can have no future, no role in government, no role in security. We have already prescribed and sanctioned Hamas, and we will go further. I have directed work to sanction other Hamas figures in the coming weeks. Meanwhile, the man-made humanitarian crisis in Gaza reaches new depths. The Israeli government's relentless and increasing bombardment of Gaza, the offensive of recent weeks.
I'm surprised there's something left there.
Starvation and devastation are utterly intolerable. Tens of thousands have been killed, including thousands.
Egypt is building a wall, Egyptian wall around the Palestine. Jeez. They're building a Trump wall around the Palestine.
They tried to collect food and water. This death and destruction
shameless, bro.
Horrifies all of us. It must end. We have evacuated the first group of sick and injured children to the United Kingdom to be treated by the NHS. And we continue to increase our humanitarian support. But still, nowhere near enough aid is getting through. We call again on the Israeli government to lift the unacceptable restrictions at the border, stop these cruel tactics, and let the aid surge in.
Really? Really? He's asking Israel to stop bombing Palestine. Wow. Sure.
With the actions of Hamas, the Israeli government
So
escalating
believable.
the conflict, and settlement building
Such a strong message.
being accelerated in the West Bank.
This is what we call as silk gloves. This is what we call as silk gloves.
The hope of a two-state solution is fading. But we cannot let that light go out. That is why we are building consensus with leaders in the region and beyond around our framework for peace. This is a practical plan to bring people together behind a common vision and a series of steps, including the reform of the Palestinian Authority, that takes us from a ceasefire in Gaza to negotiations on a two-state solution. We will keep driving this forward. As part of this effort, I set out in July the terms upon which we would act in line with our manifesto to recognise Palestinian statehood. That moment has now arrived. So today, to revive the hope of peace and a
So who's gonna be the government?
two-state solution, I state clearly,
Do they have even names?
as Prime Minister of this great country,
Because he's recognizing the like technically a country, but who's the ruler? Who's the ruler of a state? Can you throw names or something?
that the United Kingdom
Is he just gonna say Netanyahu is the leader of a state of Palestine?
formally recognises
Yeah, that would be hilarious.
the
If he was straight up saying it like that.
state of Palestine.
I mean, he's a de facto controls it, so
Recognise the state
it's
of
like
Israel
Crimea and Ukraine. It's controlled by the Vladimir Putin, right? On the documents, it's Ukraine, but Putin controls it.
more than 75 years ago as a
He
homeland
got boots on the ground there.
for the Jewish people. Today, we join over 100
Wait, what did he say? Roll it back.
more than 70 clearly as Prime Minister of this great country
Okay.
that the United Kingdom formally recognises the state of Palestine. We recognised the state of Israel more than 75 years ago as a homeland for the Jewish people.
Yeah, Rothschild was a middleman in that deal, by the way.
Today, we join over 150 countries who recognise a Palestinian state also. A pledge to the Palestinian and Israeli people that there can be a better future. I know the strength of feeling that this conflict provokes. We have seen it on our streets, in our schools, in conversations we've had with friends and family.
Yeah, we've seen it in the streets for sure, yeah.
It has created
Too many
division.
protests.
Some have used it to stoke hatred and fear, but that solves nothing.
Yo, he has such a weird body language. What's
Not
with
only
the,
must we reject hate,
what's with the hands?
we must redouble our efforts to combat hatred.
It's like an eye pose. Like he has double eyes. Like the fuck? What is that?
all its
know.
forms.
Such a weird body.
We must channel our efforts, united together
He just changed it. Yo, I just mentioned it. I think he just changed it
in hope,
in 6 minutes.
behind the
First time.
peaceful future that we want to see. The release of the hostages, an
I highly doubt that they pretty much dead. I think by now.
end to the violence, an end to the
And how you gonna?
suffering, and a shift back towards a two-state solution as the best hope for peace and security for all sides.
Again, my take on this one, this is like 5D chess move by Israel to use Palestine as a Trojan horse in a long run, because it's de facto technically controlled by the Netanyahu, right? This whole state of Palestine will be controlled by the Netanyahu, and will use all of the publicity, all of the resources that is generated, or how you say it, all resources that are in hands of this Palestine PR machine to against some Islam or some other way around. But I feel like it's a 5-day move by the Jews. We'll see again in the future how it's gonna be. But so far we got just this thing. So far we still got war going on there, still active military bombardings. Yeah, pretty much what is happening there.